Am I the a-hole for refusing to tell my family which of my baby girls I adopted? And this comes from usernames be hard.
True.
Because they do be. I, a single 20-year-old female, gave birth to a baby girl about 2 months ago. And at the same time, adopted a second baby girl who was born about 3 days before. So one made and one obtained.
I wonder about the impetus, though.
What's the impetus of this situation?
Or perhaps what is the catalyst?
All right, so the daughter that I had in my uterus, I will call Rose, and the daughter that I didn't carry, I will call Lily. I got pregnant with Rose about the same time that my best friend, who I'll call Anna, got pregnant with Lily. While I was ecstatic about being pregnant, Anna was not. And this is the best friend, who I'll call Anna, who got pregnant with Lily.
Yes.
Anna felt that she wasn't in a good place emotionally, financially, or any other way to have a child. She told me she was considering terminating the pregnancy, but that she wished her child could have a good life somewhere else instead of just being thrown away. But anytime she pictured putting her child up for adoption, she remembered all the stories of abusive adoptive parents. She said that she felt helpless because there didn't seem to be any good answers. And that's when I came up with a hesitant plan. So now we're getting the impetus.
The impetus!
The impetus is here!
Impetus!
We decided that if after Lily's birth, Anna still didn't feel like she could raise her, I would adopt Lily and raise the girls as twins. Anna didn't want Lily to know she was adopted, but I hated the idea of lying to a daughter of mine. We decided that once Lily was old enough to understand, I would explain that she was adopted. If at that point Anna felt ready, we would tell Lily that Anna was her bio mom. And if not, then we would say that her mother wasn't ready for her to know who she was.
Ooh.
This way, Lily could live her life. Anna didn't need to be worried about Lily because she could check on her anytime, and Anna would be able to continue working on getting her life in order. All right, really quick pause.
Yes.
What do we think about the lie?
Ooh.
So OP is lying to the daughter potentially.
That might mess up Lily in the long term to
Yeah.
find out that her mother has been right there the whole time.
Or is that
Because-
cute? It's like, my mom's been right here the whole time.
Well, I think
understand. Yeah.
I think what a scenario that could be is like Anna, the friend, right, with the baby. Anna could be kind of like an auntie, and it's like, hey, you know, this is your. Maybe you could honestly even explain it like, hey, you came from Anna. You see your nose, you got your nose from her, and you know, because it sounds like she'd know her and have some involvement in her life.
Yeah. So like I feel like if you
Be an auntie.
continue to give, and this is something we've talked about on the show before, if you continue to give age appropriate truths throughout their life, they're never going to be blindsided.
That's the thing that I feel like you have to be, what you said, you have to give those truths early on.
Yeah.
Because just not like finding out
Later.
years down the line that your mother's been there the whole time. It's just, or
Could
like your
be
birth
traumatic.
mother, sorry.
It could be traumatic.
Yeah, I
So
think it all depends on how they.
so far,
this
we're
information.
saying you should not lie in this relationship.
I think no. I'm standing on
Yeah,
it.
I think no too.
Yeah.
So
Impetus.
I chose not to have any of my family in the room during the birth because I wasn't comfortable with them seeing me like that. And Anna was fighting with her family at the time, so Anna and I were the only ones in the room for each other during the births. After Lily was born, Anna still wanted me to adopt Lily and also said that she didn't want to be in her life more than she originally thought. We decided that she would be the godmother of both girls and I would be their mother. When it was time for us to go home, I organized a get together for my family to meet both of my daughters, and we went forward with the adoption.
Sorry, did you say she didn't want to be in their life, or she did want to be?
Basically, Anna also said that she did want to be in her
so
life
she
more
wants
than
to
she originally thought.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like
Godmother.
that
Godmother
plays into
status.
the scenario that I mentioned before, where you could kind of be like the auntie.
Yeah. So as soon as my grandmother met my baby, she asked me which one was my daughter. And I replied, they both were. She rolled her eyes and said that I knew what she meant. I told her that no, I don't, because they're both my daughters. She got mad about that and asked me which one was my real daughter.
Ew.
And my parents backed her up, saying that I should tell them which daughter I had adopted. I got mad and asked them why it mattered. Both babies are my children. I'm breastfeeding both of them. I named both of them, and I was there through the entire pregnancy for both of them, even if I only carried one of them myself. Which I understand a little bit.
Sentiment.
So here comes another lie. Do you lie to your family to make sure there's no favoritism between the two daughters?
I think there is.
I love John's thinking face.
I think there's a world where you could be like, I'm not telling you for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then once you tell your daughters, then, be like, okay, yeah, whoever knows is fine.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think it should matter to the family, but just in concern to OP's lying or not. I think the route maybe could keep admit, not tell them the truth.
So you are
Until you
voting towards lie to the family.
I don't know if I'm voting towards that, but I'm saying OP could do that up until they tell their daughter.
Choose.
Okay, so lie
or no lie.
So Sophia
Tell
says
us.
lie until the truth is revealed to the daughters.
If she wants to do that.
So lie.
So lie. Sophia is saying
Lie.
it is good to lie in relationships.
Well, that's not really a lie. It's just not telling. It's
The
a
truth.
lie of omission.
So lies of omission are okay.
No. No, it just depends
In
on
this
the
situation,
scenario.
in this situation, lies of omission
Yeah.
are okay.
Well, it's not a lie though. You're just
It
not.
is-
No,
it's
because
a-
they know exactly what you're hiding from them. So you're not lying. You're just not like it's a
Omitting
secret.
the truth. So omitting the truth is okay.
But you're not even admitting it. You're just being like.
You are omitting
Like
it.
you
Plead
can't
the fifth.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is okay
You're
to plead the fifth. It is our country-given right.
Until the day comes when you tell the daughter.
Okay.
After
What do
that,
y'all think?
it
Put your
doesn't make
answers
sense.
in the chat. So this led to a fight with my family, insisting that I tell them which daughter is which, and me insisting that my grandmother apologize for implying that one of them wasn't my real daughter. My parents told me I am being dramatic, pointlessly stubborn, ridiculous, and that they just wanted to know, when dealing with the girls, which one was their granddaughter. Well, I kicked them all out. Dang.
Good.
And said that unless they apologized and stopped asking which daughters adopted, they would not get to see either of them. After they left, I sent out a text saying that I will tell them which one is adopted when I explained to her that she is adopted. Shout out Sophia
Boom.
for the foreshadowing.
Boom, boom,
Wow.
boom. Bah.
Got him.
I like that. I like that.
Thanks.
But adopted or not, they are both my children.
Yeah.
Yes. 1,000%.
I think the reasons why she's making these decisions make a lot of sense to
Yeah.
protect the kids from favoritism.
To protect the kids from favoritism, I agree. I also reiterated that until I get an apology and they agree to view my daughters equally, they will not see the girls and I will not be talking to them. I received a massive amount of texts ranging from them demanding that I let them see the kids and telling me how I was cruel and selfish to deprive my daughters of their love, to pleading with me to tell them which girl is which and let them see my daughters. It would be so easy to just say like, hey, I'm going to treat both your daughters the same.
Yeah, you're cruel and selfish for only wanting to treat the one that's related to you by blood good and completely disregarding the other.
Yeah. After a few weeks of this, I said enough. The stress of trying to take care of two babies, adopt Lily, and deal with my family was too much. So I sent out another text telling them that I was serious when I said I won't tell them which daughter's adopted. I then told them that I can't take their constant texts anymore, and anyone that texts me something that doesn't start with an apology is getting blocked.
Yeah.
Good idea, bad idea? What do you think?
That's fair. Based off their behavior.
Anyone who comes to her with this same mindset of like, hey, I don't believe your adopted daughter is your real daughter, quote unquote, you're blocked.
Out.
Yeah.
Which I feel like she has already given them all enough warning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
it's
she
just
keeps
like,
telling them.
it's a barrage, like she's at a breaking point. And now she's like, I'm going to block you if you keep doing that.
And it's just, again, it's just like, why would you ever treat an adopted daughter
Differently. Yeah. So most of my family realized I wouldn't back down and stop texting. I did have to block my brother, who sent me 2 paragraphs about why I should just give our parents and grandparents what they want because it isn't worth the fight.
Okay, then why are you? It's not worth it to have you send a 2-paragraph message.
I know. Blocked. I also had to block my mom, who texted me to tell me that no one was going to help me take care of the children until I told them the truth about which is my real daughter. Why does it matter?
It literally doesn't matter.
The fact that they're behaving this way shows that they want to favor the bio child.
And that they will. And also, what grandparent isn't like, oh, I get 2 grandbabies now?
Babies.
Hooray! Double the baby!
Why don't you want more babies?
Anna agrees with me that they shouldn't care which one is adopted and says she wishes that my family didn't even know that one girl was adopted. Well, yesterday, both babies were crying. Lily needed a diaper change and Rose was hungry, and I realized that my mom was right. I can't be in both places at once, and I can't take care of them by myself. Luckily, Anna was there and she was able to take care of them both and get them settled. Because I broke down sobbing and was completely useless. Now I'm starting to wonder if I am a bad mother for not letting my daughter see their family, and if I have chosen the wrong hill to die on. P.S. Anna was able to cheer me up. We cuddled together, and with the babies on the sofa eating ice cream and chocolate most of the night. She is also the one who convinced me to write this post because she is obsessed with Reddit. And there is an update. There is an update. But yeah, what is like essentially OP is at a breaking point because she doesn't have any help from her family. And she's wondering, do I need the family's help more than I need to prove that to my family that both these people should be treated equally?
Yeah, I mean, raising 2 new babies at once is definitely a tall task.
Yeah.
She's definitely not the a-hole, to be clear.
No.
But I think the question is should she basically not die on this hill so she can get support from her family?
Yeah, she's like, is it low-key better to have someone to help tend and care for the needs of these babies because I might be spread too thin? I would say Anna's here. It kind of feels like Anna's.
It seems like they're co-parenting.
It seems like they're co-parenting, and that Anna's also getting more involved as time goes on.
Yeah.
OP's I broke down, I couldn't do anything. Anna steps up to the plate.
Yeah.
Which is great. So
I think there's a level of maybe Anna, when she first found out she was pregnant, fear of doing it alone, because we don't really know what the situation with the baby daddy was. And now faced with, well, I can do this. I want a relationship, or I want some kind of relationship with my child, and I have my friend to do it with me, and it seems maybe a little bit easier to Anna.
Yeah, but it still goes back to, Anna, yes, is involved, but it seems like OP still needs the familial help regardless of Anna's involvement.
I don't think OP would be the a-hole for going back to her family.
I don't think so, but should she?
Hard.
Is it worth basically?
Yeah.
Is the familial help worth basically saying this is the truth?
Low key, I think it could be because babies are probably the hardest to take care of. There's the most need, time, and attention that you need to put towards a baby, and 2, that's when they'll remember and soak in everything the least. So if you let's say that the grandparents helped up until the age of 1 or something like that, and then OP's hey, after all this time you're still not treating them equally, and obviously OP will have a lot more data and knowledge on how they've interacted. Maybe at that point you're you failed the test, I'm going to safeguard them again so you don't treat them wrong.
Also, bad idea. You switch it.
I was thinking the same.
You tell him the other baby is the bio baby. Bad idea.
Yeah, I it could be, but then they might just test the babies anyway.
It's so bad that it just might work. So crazy.
It just
Is this the impetus of an actually great idea?
Also, they need support, but not familial support. And do you want your children around people that are going to have bad values? But
but monetary support.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are your other options?
Maybe OP doesn't have the funds to do that, right?
And
so
it's
no
fathers in the picture.
Exactly.
No second parents providing a secondary income.
I think it's here's the combo. Here's the combo. You need help. Let's say you don't have enough funds for a nanny, which maybe it seems like OP doesn't. Tell the parents the opposite of what's true, and then have them help under your supervision.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And then you ultimately reveal.
Yeah.
Reveal it later. So then they do the reverse.
You're going with the switching?
That's what Sam is saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Sam is legitimately suggesting it.
I'm legitimately, well, she needs help.
Yeah. Sure.
Are you saying she shouldn't have help?
No. I think she needs it.
Yeah.
I think she needs it.
But what do you guys think?
Yeah. Do you have any
put your
better
answers.
ideas? I would understand if she went back to the.
Yeah, I would understand. And I think like only you can understand to what
You
extent
need, yeah.
help you
Only
need.
OP can decide if she needs that help more than she thinks, being around them is a bad idea.
Let's go into the update. Thank you so much for all the support. I was shocked when I saw how many people had commented because I honestly expected to find maybe 3 or 4. I tried to read through the comments quickly and I want to say a few things that I saw multiple people say. 1, everyone knows that Anna was pregnant and that one of them is her bio kid. Anna and I do look pretty similar on a basic level. We both have similar colors of brown hair, dark brown eyes, and we're both white. I'm a little darker than Anna. She is fair-skinned and I always look like I have a tan. We also both got pregnant by a white guy. To me, at least, it isn't obvious which girl is whose bio kid. 2, Anna had been dating Lily's bio dad for maybe half a year, but when he heard that Anna was pregnant, he told her that he didn't want anything to do with the child. I got pregnant because I went to a party and was an idiot. I have contacted Rose's father, but he told me to give him time to think, so I have been waiting for him to come around.
He sucks.
3,
Yep.
I have not legally adopted Lily yet. Anna and I have agreed that Lily is my child and Lily is staying at my house, but Anna is still currently her legal guardian. Right now, we are trying to figure out where Lily's father went. 4, I think I saw several people saying that I don't know how much work 2 babies will be. I definitely did not know what I would be signing up for. Me and Anna thought we knew it would be hard, but this is not what I was expecting. Anna has been an absolute angel. She is probably the only reason I am still sane right now. After we realized our false expectations, Anna comes over almost daily, except for 2 days before I had a mini breakdown, and has fallen asleep at my house a few times while caring for the kids. Another friend of ours, who I'll call James, has also been stopping by. He doesn't help with the girls because in his own words, I don't know what to do with the baby, but James makes food and cleans up the house a bit. I am eternally grateful to both James and Anna because I would be lost without them. 5, a lot of you point out that telling Lily when she is old is a bad idea, which we kind of talked about. We give age-appropriate answers for questions that come up. And I agree with you. That was my idea. I didn't really think about how that could affect her when she finds out if she was older. I'm going to talk to Anna about this because I don't want to cause my daughter any issues down the line. And that's where things end right now.
Whoa.
So it feels like OP is considering not lying to the daughter about the origin of where she comes from. But is thinking about not staying in touch with the family who keeps demanding that she tell them which baby is her biological baby. But do we think OP should lie to the family about which baby is hers?
I guess we're doubling down on this plan.
It's definitely grown on me. Actually, even when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Because it doesn't matter.
I thought it was a bad plan when I suggested it, but
now
that everyone kind of likes it.
I think it and also too, you know how like a lot of times the authors in these stories have to pull, like people are trying to pull this mental gymnastics. Oh, it's not this real daughter. So they kind of like give them a taste of their own medicine. That's kind of what it is, where it's like you were literally over here you built this connection and bond with this kid. And then you were like, oh, wait a second. It's really just like having this child who we have built this connection with and we're caring for it. That's the true meaning of family.
Yeah. I kind of love that Anna's coming more into the picture.
Yes.
You know, like the family is coming together.
I am wondering, and this is not necessarily like this is something that OP and Anna would have to figure out between themselves, but like what, as Anna gets closer and closer to the kids, you know, what role she eventually, if it changes, who she, like if she wants to be more of a mother figure in the kids'
So are we for lying or are we for telling the truth?
I'm going to say for lying.
In this case, for lying.
I'm say for lying.
Lying is good in this relationship context. But I want to know from y'all, what do you think? We'll do a call.
I got a wheel of people. I got 3 people. I'm going to spin it right now. Looks like it's Lover Girl. Sweet. I'm going to call
Lover
Lover Girl.
Lover girl. We're calling you
Right.
right now. Should she tell the truth or should she lie?
And we're calling you.
Here we go.
Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, yes we can. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Very well, lover girl. So what do you think? Should OP tell the truth to the family, tell the lie, or just totally distance from the family altogether?
I think, you know what, this one was a little bit, it's not really hard, but I think that lying is probably the best way to go for now. I think just because of the way I think you should, I really do, because with the way that they're reacting as far as them heavily demanding OP, like which one's your quote real daughter, which one's the real grandkid. I feel like if OP were to have told them, especially before the child themselves knows that they're adopted, I think that can just cause a lot of issues. I mean, considering the vibe that I'm getting, I feel like they're going to end up treating the adopted daughter completely different from OP's real or quote real daughter. I just really don't think it would be the best idea.
If they do the bait and switch, maybe they'll develop a relationship with one of the daughters and like, oh, that's my real daughter, and then switch. Oh no, now I have to develop a relationship with the other daughter, and so they'll
and then
have
you're like,
equal...
actually, I lied again.
Yeah, yeah. You'll never
You'll
know.
never know.
Yeah. I think that the daughter needs to know first before. And I mean, I think OP needs to really put boundaries up with the family for now if they're being so like dead set on this mindset. I think that if the family does come around and they realize, you know, their mindset is really harmful towards not only OP, but the children, I think they can have a conversation then about, you know, where their relationship can go as far as like them helping with the children and being involved in their lives. But for now, I think OP just needs to focus on the fact that she has 2 newborns. I mean, her and Anna are taking care of these children. I think that needs to be her main priority rather than her parents and her family constantly hounding her on, you know, which child is the real one. And I think OP is doing a great job with that. I mean, I have a 1 child myself being a single mom, and it's very hard. I cannot imagine having 2 newborns at once, and you know, she's doing great. I think that should be her main focus right now.
And so when you're saying like that should be the main focus, are you saying like get help from wherever you might need it?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously like stepping away from like family, I think you can develop a lot of really great relationships with people. I mean, I think I saw some comments too where it's like there are support groups for mothers who need help or just need someone to talk to. There are places you can seek out help besides this family who seems like, you know, they're really causing OP a lot of trouble right now. I think that would probably be her best bet.
So basically, don't give up the ground of like die on the hill of not talking to the family because they're showing favoritism towards one of the kids, and don't really like accept their help because their help is coming with strings and like might lead to more craziness down the road, and instead search for friends and alternative routes where like maybe like support groups that could help with this situation, because you're thinking like there's too many strings with this familial support, so it's not even worth doing the bait and switch lie.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. I think that the family will end up causing a lot more issues down the line. I think, like I said before, if they come to their senses and they have a conversation where it's like, you know, we're so sorry about the way that we treated the situation, and we will forever treat these 2 children like they are our real grandchildren, like no matter whether they're adopted or not. I think then they can have a conversation as far as, you know, OP allowing them in their lives if she chooses to. But definitely finding support in other places would be her best bet for now.
Well, Lovergirl, thank you so much for sharing your perspective and calling in. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. All right. But hey, everyone, let us know. Would you lie or would you not? Put your answers in the comments below.
That's right.
And my vote was only in the circumstance that OP decides that she can't, like money wise, distance. Like she needs their help.
Like if they're, I think explore what Lovergirl said. Explore every other avenue.
Absolutely.
But if all of those avenues are shut down, then take the parental support and lie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is only up until you tell the truth to the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
At that point,
only up until that
And
point.
then do the switcheroo. But you know what? We're gonna do a switcheroo with
What?
me and John, because Johnny Boy is gonna read this next story.
Oh, snap. My husband did shrooms once, and I don't know if our marriage will survive. This comes from Shrooms kill marriages. Who says? I thought we had the best marriage. I thought we were the lucky ones. It wasn't perfect, but it was really, really great. I never worried about other women because I thought we were strong enough that other people don't matter. He's very cute, and cute women have flirted with him right in front of me before, and it didn't bother me because I knew that his heart.
That's the best kind of relationship.
Confident in your marriage.
We
We
love
love
to see it.
a
Trusting your
confident
partner.
king and queen.
We love
Yeah.
to see it. He did shrooms 3 months ago. He loved it. He said it changed his life. He said he understands now that everything in the universe is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Wow.
Classic shrooms
Classic
talk.
shrooms trip. We love that.
Everything is going to be okay and nothing matters. He said, again,
Babe, everything in the universe is how it's supposed to be. Everything's going to be okay and nothing matters.
nothing matters and everything matters.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I do. I see. I'm picking. I am
the
picking up.
vision?
I see
Yeah.
the vision. I see the vision.
see the
100%.
visuals.
Yeah, exactly right. He said he could see me in a way that he has never seen me before.
Is that
way
a good thing or a bad thing?
That is the question.
Uh-oh.
He cried with me on the couch and shot love beams into my heart.
Whoa.
Love beams. I
Just
thought.
make sure to wear protection when you're shooting love beam.
Yeah, guys, watch out. I thought we were growing closer. He has been talking about how much more he loves me and he interacts with me on a daily basis. His friends, his difficult coworkers, it all sounded platonic to me, and I assumed his love for me was special and unique. He has a crush on someone else now.
No.
His love beams were shooting a little too hard.
His love
Okay.
beam
Shooting
shot too
all
close
over the
to
place.
sun.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, it happens. I would be lying if I never said I had crushes. But he is intentionally seeking out opportunities to interact with this person. I told him that felt a little disrespectful towards me and towards our marriage. I asked him if it was a good idea to put himself in a position of continuing to develop feelings for someone else, and he agreed that it wasn't.
Yeah, no crap.
Hooray! But I noticed that he wasn't reassuring me in this conversation. He wasn't telling me that his crush didn't matter because his love for me dwarfs how he feels about that other person. I thought it was weird that he didn't say anything like that, and I asked him about it the next day. He said to me, "I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that you're irreplaceable and that you have nothing to worry about."
And there lies our
Man,
question.
Should he
Should he have lied?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You're replaceable. That's it.
The end. And scene.
I've got a
All he
line
wrote.
out the door.
Babe, I gotta pull my love beams back. Guys, the man I married would have never said this to me. We have been talking about this over the past few days. He tells me that he's not attached to me because he's not attached to anything anymore. Floating in
Stop telling the
ethereal
truth.
worlds. I have no attachment. Nothing matters, but everything matters at the
It's like,
same
babe,
time.
babe,
Man
you don't
went
matter
deep.
to me.
But don't worry.
Don't
No
worry.
one matters to me.
Nothing matters, and no one will ever matter to me again.
Don't you feel better, babe? He chooses to be with me, but he's not dependent on me for his happiness.
Okay.
That's
okay.
That's
yeah.
an okay statement.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should be dependent on your partner for your
Exactly.
happiness.
You should be independently happy,
Yeah.
and you and your partner should bring your happinesses together.
Let your happiness mingle.
Yeah, you are like two bodies
Into
of water
joy.
that with the rising tide come together in a blissful union of waters.
But I also wonder again, is that like after all of this, even though that's true, is that also
No,
the
coupled
way?
with everything else.
Yeah.
Not great. No,
doesn't
no, no.
sound great.
I am just specifically focusing
Yeah.
on this
Yeah, yeah.
one.
This one specific
on its
statement.
own, of its
Yeah,
own
on its
volition.
own.
It seems to me that he doesn't value our marriage anymore because his love for everyone in the world has grown so much that his love for me is no longer unique or special to him. Babe, I'm married to the universe.
I love everyone so much.
I love the trees.
These
I
are
love-
great. Like
It would
that.
be-
I love trees.
It
you
would
know,
be selfish
tho-
of me to love just you. I have so much love to give.
and I need to shoot my love beams at trees.
They're so strong.
Don't do that to the trees. Don't do that to the trees.
Yeah, come on. I asked him, "Do you not want to be with me anymore so he can go out and love the world?" And he took several seconds to answer me.
No. Oh no.
My heart completely shattered waiting for him to answer because I would have never expected this to be a difficult question for him.
He's going guru mode, you know?
He's like,
He's gone
I
full guru.
must
I have an okay story
dissolve
time about this.
into the universe.
Take shrooms one time,
Yeah, it
becomes a
dissolves
guru.
into the universe.
Gotta love it. Eventually, he answered, I don't think.
Okay.
What do you mean? I don't think so. I don't
As in,
I don't want to like leave you for the universe.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Okay, but she's
something.
hearing the pause.
Yeah. She's hearing the
She's hearing.
pregnant pause. I was devastated during this conversation, and he showed zero emotion. The man I married would not have been able to see me in that much pain without having an emotional response.
He was on shrooms.
It's like
Still.
he grew so much emotional awareness and then has a complete emotional blind spot for his own wife.
Yeah.
He's going to start seeing a therapist, but I'm just completely lost and I don't know what to do. I can't believe my marriage is falling apart because of a 2-gram shroom trip.
Man, that's not even that much.
Right? Yeah, get your numbers up, bro.
You didn't need it.
Yeah, dude.
I can't seem to connect with him or to get through to him. I don't
Big
understand.
shrooms.
Yeah, if you
Meet him
really
at his
want to
level.
understand,
Whoa. Actually, though,
She comes out of it. She's like, babe,
I married the
I don't
universe
matter
too.
to myself.
Sophia this episode is coming to with what in the first second seems like the wrong path, but then you think about it
And you
and
think
you're like,
about it?
wait a minute, it is the right path. I can't seem to connect with him or to get through to him. I don't understand why he doesn't seem to care. I guess I'm fishing for advice or wondering if anyone has had similar experiences. We've read a lot of stories. This is a pretty unique experience.
I've had a similar experience to this.
Oh, there you go.
Ay.
I'm hoping someone will tell me that the effects will fade over time and I will eventually get my husband back. I've read so many accounts of shrooms experiences and I have never heard of something like this happening to someone else. I've seen accounts of other people falling deeper into love and devotion to their spouses, and the opposite is happening to me. I'm just extremely sad. I don't know what to do. We have relevant comments. We have an update. Well, let's take a pause right here
Okay.
and break it down.
In terms of what like OP should do, if she if she actually wants to understand what her husband is going through, she can do shrooms.
She has to meet him where he's
But I think like a lot of these effects do wear off with time too.
He's just
So-
been cursed momentarily.
He's-
Cursed with knowledge.
Yeah, he's been cursed
bitten
with
the
knowledge
apple
of
the tree of
universe.
shrooms.
I know too
Of the shroom of knowledge.
Yeah, I feel
He's been
like
cast out
I
of
don't
the
know if
garden.
I would suggest this, but I feel like if I was in OP's position, I would take shrooms, if anything, to maybe like if okay.
Yeah, those
ready.
drugs.
Get ready. If it really is this like fake ego death, meaning like he's using this like alleged but probably not true ego death as a means of like, oh, I am superior, I am the enlightened one.
I am the enlightened one.
Then yeah, she takes a shroom. She's like, well, now what?
I'm on your
enlightened too.
level.
So
You're not the only one enlightened here.
yeah.
I mean, so I think what he is kind of he's probably like a little bit dissociated right now from like his
How?
emotions.
How recently after the shrooms experience did
I
they
think
have
it-
this
I
conversation?
think it was very recent. I think it was like, he had
the
this,
day
and-
of?
Maybe not the day,
but I think it's like
of.
maybe a couple weeks in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
would
like
guess a couple weeks.
those kinds of feelings of like disassociation from like emotions and reality can persist for like weeks / months / a lifetime. So like I don't know, it's a crapshoot of whether you want to stay with this guy in this state, especially if it seems like there's like he doesn't understand you and you don't understand him anymore.
I mean, there has been, I would say there has been good, open, and honest communication so far, but you could
He has good, open, honest communication. That's true.
No,
yeah.
I'm specifically meaning that OP is like, OP could sit down and have the come to Jesus moment. She's already communicated a lot of this already, but it could be like, hey, we're just like not meshing anymore, and I feel like I don't feel loved
You have
anymore.
a connection with the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I connect with humans, and like if we can't like, I don't know, find some sort of like semblance of what we had, or like kind of align on our love, then I don't know if I can continue in this.
Yeah, and it's all like, what do you want out of a relationship? Like I think he's being extraordinarily blunt and not really thinking of OP's feelings. I think he is being honest, right? He's not telling a lie.
I think he's
Like
we've
the
talked
open
about, he's
communication's
lost
there.
this kind of ability, hopefully temporarily, to communicate in a way that's like kind. I guess.
Yeah. He's and I think he is,
Or aware of other people's feelings, I guess.
and I think he is trying to be honest, and like in that way, he's trying to be kind. But I don't think he's tuned into
No,
what OP is really feeling. And this could be like a somewhat permanent change, or at least on this, like closer on the spectrum to this than whatever he was before. And so it's like up to OP. Do you want to, he is telling you the truth. Do you want to live in this new truth with him, or do you want to not?
Red shroom or blue shroom? Choose your path wisely. Well, guys, we have more to the story, specifically some relevant comments. Psygod Wibbly Wobbly says, he may have experienced an ego death. Some people will take very large doses to intentionally achieve this. When a person has an ego death, they are no longer attached to their identity. They learn their identity is illusion created by our ego. It's a hard concept to try to explain, so I want to try to. Has he stopped showing interest in things he used to enjoy? Music, sports, hobbies, etc. Look up on Google Dark Night of the Soul. It might help you understand what he is experiencing, which low-key, the comment is a little bit giving the vibes of like, I know about the ego death is not quite the same, but
I mean, it is, but that's a thing. Like, I've experienced ego death on psychedelics before. It's terrifying.
Who is Sam?
I don't even know
There
anymore.
was no one.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Opie says he has not lost interest in things and says he is generally happier since his trip. His sport of interest changed, which was very surprising to everyone that knows him, but he's still very interested in sport. We have talked about ego death, and he's not sure if he would classify it as ego death. It's a little bit too highfalutin a concept for you to understand. It's beyond the ego. It is ego rebirth. Amen.
Ego resurrection.
Ego resurrection. Let's go. He thinks it's a possibility. I've had a few Dark Night of the Souls, and it doesn't look like that to me. So
I think it looks also different for different people.
Oh, yeah.
right. So OP is essentially saying that she herself has experienced
Ego death.
ego death,
Yeah.
and is like, I don't.
But
know
ego
if
death looks different for everyone.
Right.
So I don't think it's like I don't know. It's I think the effects are different for everyone.
True. Throwaway VC Goop says, I don't think this was solely the shrooms. I think your husband just wants to go outside of your marriage, and the shrooms just opened him up to it. Dare I say, blossomed.
Yeah.
Shrooms don't blossom, but close enough. OP says, it's just weird because I have some poly family members and he was always extremely opposed to it, more so than I was. I know that doesn't rule out that this is exactly what's happening. It's just hard to swallow. And then OP added to that comment, I don't believe in soulmates, but that doesn't mean he is replaceable to me. We've grown together and grown something that I will never have with someone else. He had a near-death experience a few years ago that made me face his mortality. I had to think about how I would react if he passed away. I knew it would take years to make myself whole again, and that I would find it like a large, important piece of myself died. He doesn't seem to feel this way about me right now. We have an update. I don't know if we've asked this explicitly yet. Is the husband the a-hole? I'd be very curious to start a poll.
I mean, he said he doesn't care about her. Like he's definitely not communicating in a way that is empathetic.
But was it the shrooms though?
Well, but that's the thing.
It doesn't matter if
it
it's the
doesn't really
shrooms.
matter if it's the shrooms, because you can say that like there are certain people who like struggle with like
Mental illness or whatever.
Well, just how they with empathy and how they say things to certain people. But I don't think that necessarily, like it's, if it hurts someone, that's still important
I
to-
agry.
Yeah. You can understand why they're saying it while still being hurt by.
Yeah, you can't
what they're
write
saying.
off the fact that someone went through pain.
Yeah.
Hearing what the husband said.
Yeah, so I think OP's husband is the a-hole, but I think it is also good to know this information, and with this information, like, now, is this something that you want to stay in, or do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Because now you know this. It's like he is changing the context and contract of your relationship by like flirting with these people.
Is he flirting? Did he say he was flirting, or he just?
She said he was like intentionally like placing himself in scenarios where there would be interaction with this crush, and not being like, okay, let me fall back. So
and he was saying like, I'm going to do this. Like he was like, I am going to do this thing.
Yeah, that's.
And like that's an a-hole move, because in a relationship, when you establish like, this is how we're going to operate in a relationship, and then you say, hey, I want to change how we've established it. And if you want to change, then it is like on either party if they want to opt out of it. And I think now like it seems like they've come to this thing. So yeah, he's the a-hole for like changing it without like full consent of his partner.
Yeah.
But
Well.
I would love to know what you think. Do you think Opie's the a-hole? Put your answers in the comments below. Chat.
So let's get into this update. I showed the original thread to him last night. Y'all completely broke his brain
Again?
in the best way. Yeah, right? How many times can this
He's
man's
like,
brain break?
I'm having ego death again.
Ah, my love beams. You guys were able to reach him from a place of understanding that I didn't have access to. I'm incredibly grateful. He read every comment at the time, and then as soon as we made eye contact, tears just started streaming down his face. This was the first time he cried since his trip. As soon as I saw him crying, I knew we would be okay. We just had a big sudden moment of, oh, there you are. Welcome home.
Aw.
And we hugged
Okay.
and cried together.
Aw.
I really think the issue is/was integration. I mentioned his optimism in the comments, and it leads to him doing things like trying substances without doing any preparation or research first. So he wasn't familiar with the concept of integration and wasn't prepared for how big of a deal this turned out to be. We might get a definition of it, but do you know what OP means when
So integration is this idea of when you go on this like big journey, which is like when you have like a big trip, you are literally taken away from reality and are exploring these things that are above comprehension for like your brain as it is right now. And so what people talk about with integration is you come back and you have all of these experiences and you're like, what does that even mean? And so you can take a lot of interpretations of what it means. And so integrating in the right way of like going out and like essentially traveling, like being like a psychonaut traveling in this weird
psychonaut?
yeah, this weird area, and then coming back, like there's a lot of ways that you could look at it, and it's important to look at it in ways that benefit your experience on Earth as a human.
Sam did a whole series. LSD.
I did. I talked to like Johns Hopkins professors and people who were like the first to synthesize LSD in like the 60s and 70s. And so I did a huge deep dive and have also done a lot of psychedelics myself.
And John, I think a psychonaut would, contextually an astronaut, but like in your own mind.
Thank you for the breakdown.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You said that's what you said. You asked what it was, right?
No, I said I love that term psychonaut.
Oh, I thought you said, what's a psychonaut? And I was like, well.
I appreciate
got
the
you.
explanation nonetheless. Thank you, Sophia.
I thought you said, what is
Explaining
it?
psychonauts, discords. I don't know what anything is anymore.
What is that?
I'm integrated. Okay. He was, as many of you said, lost in the sauce.
Whoa.
I loved this. It really seems like he suddenly snapped out of something last night. Over the past 3 months, he has talked about being able to access something that never went away after his trip. Last night was the first time he said he couldn't access it. He laughed and said that he felt like he had just come down from a 3-month trip. We covered all of the concerns I expressed in my post that I could think of. Does he want to be poly? No. Does he feel attached to me now? Yes. Would he be upset if I passed away or left him? Yes. Does he see me as replaceable? No. Is he confident that he wants to be with me? Yes.
But is he now able to lie now that he's off
Is
the
he
trip?
just not telling the truth anymore? The truth serum has gone away.
Right. Does he understand and value the concept of family? Yes. I didn't write about this one in the post, but it was another thing we weren't able to see eye to eye on. He also shared that his crush feels like nothing to him now, and he apologized 1,000 times for it. The shrooms definitely revealed some underlying issues in our marriage, but I don't think it's quite what a lot of comments suggested, that he had always wanted an open marriage. We discussed last night that he had some unmet needs that he hasn't been communicating to me because I'm autistic and he usually treats me like I'm very delicate, despite how he came across in the post. We are going to continue working through this piece. I'm just very thankful to have something we can work through. For those saying that I just need to do shrooms,
John's advice.
and then I will understand and everything will be fixed. Not what I said. I have done more shrooms than he has.
Oh.
Boom! Mic freaking drop.
Honestly, that is great contact.
That is
Yeah.
very good.
That's
context.
really important and great context.
Yeah.
That was never the problem. For those communicating the dosage, 2 grams, it was a lemon tech, which is, I guess, a
I don't know what that is.
type of dosage or something. I experienced for myself a few weeks ago what a massive impact this has on intensity. Okay, I guess it increases the intensity.
Oh, a lemon deck. I think that's like maybe introducing acidic properties, like where you drink like orange juice and it, like the acidic
enhances-
properties can magnify the effects.
like a different form that like enhances.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lemon
something like that.
tech.
I don't know, but I'm not sure. I just know that like acidic things like lemons and.
Lemon tech is a popular method for those looking to maximize the potential of their magic mushroom experience. Lemon tech is it's based on the premise that by mixing magic mushrooms or truffles with lemon juice, a faster conversion of psilocybin.
Yep, psilocybin.
Psilocybin. There we go. Psilocybin and psilocin can be promoted due to the properties of citric acid, which allows enhancing the effects of magic mushrooms.
Let's go!
Are we sure it's not someone who works on lemons? Just throwing that out there.
I'll look that up.
Thank you. For those thinking it's a manic episode, he does not have a history of depression at all. He still mentions this to his therapist, but I think it's unlikely. We have some new fun things to work on, but I really feel like I have my husband and my best friend back. And he looks at me with googly eyes again.
Aw.
No more love beams though. Thank you to everyone that took the time out of their day to write out thoughtful comments. And there are a few relevant comments to close us out. Firecracker Jinx says, I'm really glad it worked out. I was hoping to get an update on this post. I have a follow-up. Is there any way you can find out if he asked his new crush out and if she rejected him? I'm asking because I tend to hide intrusive thoughts like these, and I don't know, I guess I thought it would be a good place to share them. OP says, I'm 100% sure nothing happened. He thinks she's interested in him, and he has been keeping me posted on anything borderline inappropriate she says or does before and after I knew about his crush. Most of it is not even inappropriate in my opinion, but he has been really erring on the side of caution the whole time. Definitely nothing blatantly inappropriate has happened on either of their parts. Jelia Gerald says, right on, and even if he has not had a full-on psychotic break, it could be just some lingering effects in a temporary state of induced psychosis, detachment from self, etc., etc. People are too fast to pass judgment. Opie said, hey, I see it. Thank you for this. We are in a much better place, but we know we are not out of the woods yet. We are both pretty confused about what the F happened. He has an appointment with a psychiatrist later this week. Fingers crossed.
And also, this disclaimer.
Yes.
We do not endorse the use of illegal substances. This episode is purely for educational purposes. We do not endorse.
No. We do
No
not do
free
these
sponsors.
things. Yeah, exactly. Not today, drugs.
But should we hear from some of our community about what
Yeah,
they
the
think on this
people.
story?
Yeah. I got a wheel right here, everyone. So,
Wheel.
All right, so we're gonna spin the wheel. Here we go. I always find a way to put a wheel in
Spin
here.
that wheel.
And it is
Sleepless.
Sleepless Nights. All right, Sleepless Nights. I'm
We
gonna
have
call
a
you.
winner.
All right. Now we're gonna get Sleepless Nights opinions on
Ooh.
the matter. Here we go. Hello,
Let's
Sleepless.
go.
Sleepless. How's it
Hey.
going? Can you
I
hear
look
us?
like this.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
It's so
Amazing.
nice to see your face.
Yeah,
Right.
it's so nice to finally see you face to face. So what do you think about the story? Do you think OP was right in sticking with the husband after his existential shroom crisis?
Granted, I have never done those kinds of things, but I can assume that they're not good for you for a reason, and it'll cloud your judgment. But at the same time, like we say, when you're drunk, you do things that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So,
So it's this clouded the
crazy.
judgment a bit.
Altered.
yeah.
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 Altered
And
state of
wasn't
mind.
like basically like the husband did something that clouded his judgment in the relationship and wasn't able to show up as the best partner to his wife. And so like for that, maybe a little a-hole move. But do you think it was the right decision to stay with him past that?
It's all a judgment call. It's all about like how you perceive a person. You may know them as the loving person that you think that they are, and then they do that, and then immediately most people will run. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're willing to work with them and they're willing to work with you as well, like that's what's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely agree. Thank you so much for calling in, Sleepless, and giving your perspective.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
You guys.
That was so great.
That's so cool.
Wow.
It's cool to like
Okay,
now,
happy
like put
history.
yeah, dude. First
Oh, sorry. Okay, storytime history.
Sleepless, you are the first face-to-face call-in
Yeah.
of OK Storytime history.
Sleepless
true.
has been a part of many historical moments.
Yeah.
Actually.
But what do you think? Should you ever lie in a relationship? Let us know in the comments below. But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow!